Warning, if you're under the age of, say, 16, or you're easily offended by what you hear in any of my videos pertaining to this web series or other related web series, do not watch this. Your discretion is advised. Thank you very much. Oh, everything I have is yours. Just kiss.
How it seems to be, everything you have is mine.
The end is nigh, the end is nigh. Hey, run for your lives. The end is here, the end is here. Yeah, the end is here. Don't you mean season 1 of Talking to Myself News? That's what you're referring to, right? Yeah, man, it's the end of season 1 of Talking to Myself News. Okay, we get it. Now get on with the intro, you jackwagon. No stick! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, the 9th and final episode of season 1 of Talking to Myself News. Kevin the Skull Anderson here, and today I'm going to discuss with all of you the stereotypical talk shows that have kept the masses dumb and overpopulated for years and 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 so on and so. Oh, you mean like the Maury Show or the Steve Wilkos Show or oh, how about Jerry Springer? I heard he's a good tabloid talk show host.
Yeah, look like the dinosaurs for a second there, but I mean, look at what happened to them. They ain't around no more.
So let's discuss talk shows in general in the United States, as opposed to talk shows in the UK and Australia and so on and so forth. So, Skull, what are your thoughts on the Maury Show? At best, it's a sexist, stereotypical crapfest where women who come on the show try to prove to men that they never conceived with that they fathered their child, and then it turns out that they actually knew that these men never fathered their kids. And so they run off the stage and whatnot, thinking, oh my God, it's the end of the world. I'll never find my baby's dad. Ah! Yeah, man, I told you it wasn't my baby. Go find your baby's daddy. And that's just the paternity tests. Huh. And what about the lie detector tests? They're conducted by an illegitimate lie detector administrator named Ralph Barbielli III, who, by the way, tries to explain the results of his lie detector tests on some occasions to Maury, because the people that Ralph tests are obviously testable, although in shows like the Steve Wilkos Show, where this guy named Dan, who is the show's lie detector administrator, sometimes come to the conclusion that some of his test takers are inconclusive because they have drugs in their system. So every time someone comes on the Maury Show to take a lie detector test, no matter if they're drugged or not, they still end up passing or failing. Am I right about that? Yeah, pretty much. You see, Ralph Barbielli doesn't care about whether or not his lie detector test administrative test takers are under the influence of drugs or alcohol or not. He just knows whether or not they're guilty or innocent, or in his case, if they're lying or telling the truth. In other words, you cannot panic or you're going to fail the test. And you know what's funny? Yeah, go ahead and tell me, buddy. What's so funny about these tests? Well, in most lie detector tests, most of the men that are tested are proven to be cheaters, while only some of the women that are tested are proven to be cheaters. Meanwhile, in DNA tests, most of the men are proven to not be the dad, while in some cases, most women are proven to be the mother.
So there's a trend going on, am I right?
Yeah, and I've been watching this show for 18 years, so that's how I know.
You gotta give him that. That's just... He's right on that. He's always right.
No, not really. He's not always right. You know who's always right? God himself, because he made all of us to start with, and he can just as easily destroy us with an eye's twinkling or a snap of a finger. Not that it matters, but nobody cares anyway, because nobody wants to believe in God anymore except the true Christians of the world and the 15.75% of the population that actually knows and believes and trusts God himself. So those people are going to get taken to heaven when Jesus comes back during the rapture to bring his following together and have them disappear to his kingdom, where he'll have them praise God and Christ for all eternity.
So let me guess, it's a one-way trip, isn't it?
Yes, but if you like your healthcare plan, you can keep your healthcare plan.
Biggest lie in the history of the world. It's bull crap.
Why would anyone want to believe that? And in some cases, the Maury Show also tests certain segments where men abuse women, or in some cases, teenagers act unruly and intrusively abnormal, and they want to have kids when they're 13, 14, 15, and don't even know what it's like to actually be responsible enough to have a kid, despite having been raised by their mothers the whole time. And it's really nonsensical. It just doesn't matter.
Whoa, hold on. You mean to tell me that these 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds come on this show to basically make absolute fools of themselves, and then they want to have sex with all these men before coming to the show, and then start prostituting their bodies when they're adolescents, and then they come on the show 3 years later testing 20, 30 men, not knowing which man is her baby's dad. That's usually proven to be the truth. Then again, what is truth?
The truth is hidden in a mountain of lies. It is not meant to be seen by so-called normal people. The truth is hidden, shrouded in towers upon towers of deception, waiting to be uncovered by those that are patient enough to scour through all the lies in order to uncover it.
In the meantime, I have but one suggestion to you.
Oh, really?
And what would that be? Always look on the bright side of life. Good Lord, that was terrible. Okay, man, so what do you think of the Steve Wilkos show? Can you tell me about it in your own words? Yeah, that's no problem at all, actually. I'll go ahead and tell you, Simone. Yeah, go ahead, Scully. You tell us how the Maury Show is. I mean, the Steve Wilkos show. Sorry about that. I get so lost up in things I don't know what to think. I got PTSD to prove it. Simone? I didn't know you had PTSD. Yeah, but what do you think about the Steve Wilkos show? Oh, right. That. The Steve Wilkos show is hosted by its titular main host, Steve Wilkos, who, by the way, was head of security on the Jerry Springer show from 91 to 2004-ish, or was it 2006 or something? Anyway, he guest hosted for Jerry Springer on several of Jerry Springer's episodes, basically to promote an upcoming talk show of his at the time. And then, of course, over the last 10 years since the Steve Wilkos show was greenlit and put into production, there have been many child molesters, abusers, neglectors, child killers, child burners, cheaters, liars, deceivers, just all around bad people.
See, I didn't know that. Man, you should have told me this before.
Yeah, you're right, I have. You're always right after all.
Absolutely. Some women are always right.
Well, now, I wouldn't say that.
Ah, shut up, you darn fool.
Anyway, pretty much all of Steve Wilko's segments involve lie detector tests, paternity tests, or something different. See, I didn't even know that. You mean to tell me about that? Yeah, go ahead and tell me about it, man. Steve Wilko's lie detector tests are conducted by a polygraph expert, a legitimate polygraph expert, whose first name is Dan.
All right, now we're talking then.
And in most of Dan's lie detector tests, the people that he tests are either proven to be truthful or lying as it pertains to a number of certain things, including child molestation, drug use, infidelity, and quite a few other things that most people of today's politically correct society just aren't meant to understand. However, there are some cases where Dan's lie detector test takers are proven to be untestable or inconclusive as a result of drug use, alcohol use, or a combination of both. In some cases, some of the test takers have to be on prescribed medication in order to function, which might explain why their tests are inconclusive.
And what about the DNA tests?
Steve Wilko's DNA tests are so much different from the stereotypical Maury tests that are given on that show, as opposed to this one. But like in Maury's lie detector test except in Maury's DNA test results, the results are either the person tested is not or is the baby's offspring, or no, not offspring, more like conceptionism or whatever that is.
The man tested is either not or is the father. Basically, that's what you're saying, right? Stop beating around the bush.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What about the Jerry Springer show? You know, the show that's been on the air in syndication consecutively since 1991?
Yeah, about that. The first season of the Jerry Springer show was basically just like any other talk show with emphasis on emotional output and drama, basically. It was like that for about 2 seasons until around maybe season 3, maybe season 4, when things quickly got out of hand. Starting in around season 6 or 7, the show started featuring stereotypical characters of our politically correct society. Sorry about that. Including, in no particular order, Ku Klux Klan members, lesbians, gays, transgenders, cheaters, liars, deceivers, leavers, unbelievers, just basically deviants.
So anyone that deviates from what is believed to be the norm, right?
Yeah, and the show has been increasingly become more and more known for that since around season 6 or 7. I bet it's also what inspired the Maury show and the Steve Wilko show as well.
So the Jerry Springer show is the father show of all these other stupid shows of tabloid stereotypical madness. Reefer madness.
Yes. was?
Same here.
Yeah, it sure was, man. No question about it. Hey, what about all these other things that are going on? Yeah, about that. See, I don't even care, cause my father was, he was originally from Germany and stuff. Brandon, just shut up, okay? All right, that's fine. I'll shut up. I mean, it's not gonna make a difference anyway.
I said, shut up!
Okay, fine. I'll shut up. And ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for this season of Talking to Myself News. And this is Kevin the Skull Anderson, reminding you to good night and sleep tight. Yes. Goodbye, everybody.